Hello everybody and welcome back to Robert's Reviews. Today is Friday, so I do as many new releases as possible that I care to watch. I planned on doing 3, but one of them just really doesn't look interesting to me, so I don't plan on watching that one. But I did just finish watching 2 of them in a row. While I was watching the first one, I was like, let's just push through and watch the other one, and then I did. So these 2 movies are going to come out right after each other in terms of my release. So first, we're going to talk about False Positive. False Positive was released in 2021, and it was written by Ilana Glazer and John Lee, and directed by John Lee. And no spoilers, but essentially what this movie is about this couple who are trying to get pregnant, but they cannot, so they go to a specialist doctor who is kind of shady and who works with the girl's husband. And basically, this weird thing ensues where there's this conspiracy going on between the father and the mother and the doctor, and this weird pregnancy occurs, and it causes a lot of stress emotionally to the female here. And so this movie is, in my opinion, rather original. And when I say my opinion here, I'm saying that I've never seen anything like it. I'm sure there are some things like it, I just have not seen them. I've heard that it's very similar to Rosemary's Baby, which I have not watched yet. But I've heard it's very much like that. And I really did enjoy this movie for the most part. I will say there are some issues. I think that the special effects for the most part are pretty good and pretty strong. And what's up, Julius? That's the cat. He's adorable. I think for the most part that they are good. I think that the special effects work. There are some issues where they probably didn't need to. I'll let you in a second. Or they probably didn't need to use as many special effects as they did, and it might have been the movie. It might have made the movie a little bit better, but I'm not complaining too much about it. This is a horror movie, and it is rated TV MA, which I was kind of surprised about because I didn't think it was going to be rated TV anything. It is a Hulu original, so if you want to watch it, it's on Hulu. I didn't realize that they rated their things based on TV ratings. Basically, it means TVR, but it's not censored, right? Because normally when we put an R-rated movie on TV, they would censor it. But this, they are saying, hey, this is kind of like a TV service, but it's rated TV MA for we are not censoring it, so good luck. And it's rated TV MA for a variety of reasons. One, there's a few F-bombs. There isn't a whole lot. They probably could have drawn back on that and then given it more of a PG-13 rating. But they didn't. They had I think it was 5 or 6. It wasn't a whole lot. And a lot of them didn't need to be there. But I think the main reason this is rated TV MA is because of the gore. There is one really quick sex scene, and it's literally nothing. They could have changed the angle and gotten an easier rating on that, but they didn't. Beyond that, there's not a whole lot. I mean, the gore is very gory. There's some really, really creepy and gory and messed up imagery that I think was really cool and will stick around for a while. I think that is very penetrating, the way that it looks. I think I was really impressed for the most part how I felt afterwards. I was like, wow, that was really freaky. And the storyline is really good. I like the storyline. I like the idea that they're trying to get pregnant, and then there's this weird conspiracy thing. I do wish the conspiracy thing was a little bit more clear, and I think that the writing here is pretty good, but the directing is where it really shines. I think the directing was really solid here. They have a lot of these really cool transitions that work very well. I was very impressed, and it's they had to plan these out earlier, and I was really impressed. The writing is fine. I think there are issues with it. I think that it does kind of rush a little bit in terms of what it thinks we already know, even though we don't really know it. And we are kind of going from the female's perspective here, so we do miss a little bit of things. We do get some little snippets into the whole, husband and doctor kind of thing going on, which there is a thing going on in terms of the conspiracy. It's hard to tell exactly what it is, but it is interesting nonetheless. I do think that for the most part, the movie does tell you what you need to know to follow along. One of the issues with the movie is that the lady is an unreliable narrator, right? So we don't really know for a fact if what she's showing us is real. It could be fake. And sometimes it'll retcon itself. It'll be okay, well, this is just mommy brain, which is cool. I think it's a cool idea. I'd like to see that used in a different way, though. I'd like to see that in a different category of film. I'd love to see that in a comedy. That'd be awesome. But in a horror movie, I think that it does kind of lessen the effects of some of the horror here, which is a little disappointing, but it happens. I want to talk about a couple of the performances. I thought they were really, really wonderful. First, Alana Glazer as Lucy. Lucy's character is really cool. She's the pregnant lady, and she's kind of going crazy. I mean, she's like literally like kind of going crazy, but also we don't think she is because we know there's a conspiracy of some sort going on. I'd love to tell you more about that, but it's spoilers, and I don't spoil things in my reviews. But you're welcome to like message me and let me know what you guys thought and everything like that. I think she was really, really wonderful. I've heard that she's typically a comedic performer, so I was really impressed by her ability to act scared and motherly and all that kind of things. I think it worked very well. She was very, very wonderful to watch. I'll have to get into some more of her other stuff because she really is really, really good here. I want to talk about Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Hindle. I really liked this character. I think that he might have even outshone Glazer here. I think that he was really, really, really good and really creepy. But creepy in like a welcoming way where like, you know, he's a doctor, so we can't feel too weird about it. But like, there's something weird about the doctor. You're not really sure what it is. So I was impressed by that aura of him, you know. And I love his movies. I think his movies are really great. So I was really happy to watch him in here. And it felt very, 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 very good. There are a couple other performances here that I thought were good. I'm not going to mention them, mainly because, you know, they talked about the two important ones in my opinion. But the father was good too. I don't think he was quite as good as somebody else. But maybe it's just because the other two were just so phenomenal that they kind of over-blanketed him there. A couple warnings before I give you my rating. Don't watch this movie if you are sensitive to some gore. There's some gore images, particularly at the end of the film, that are like really bad. Really creepy stuff. I mean, really good CGI too. I was really impressed. And definitely don't watch this if you're pregnant. I would not at all recommend that. It'll give you so much anxiety. But overall, this is a really fun movie. I really enjoyed it. There are a lot of issues with it, but like, it kind of feels like an independent movie. It is an A24 movie. I love A24 movies. And it just felt really, really, really cool and unique for me, even though I know it's probably not. So I'm going to go ahead and give False Positive a B+. Definitely one you want to check out. It's on Hulu, so if you have a Hulu subscription, it's free. Please let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of the movie. I'd love to hear from you guys if you guys have seen it. If you guys haven't seen it, what are you most looking forward to? Have you heard of the film at all? Because I literally heard about it a few days ago and I put it on my list. But it was really, really fun to watch, and I hope you guys enjoy it as well. Once we hit 150 subscribers, I'm going to be doing something like Spider-Man going to Walmart. So if you guys want to see that, make sure you guys are subscribing. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, share with your friends, and as always, keep watching movies and television, stay educated, and I'll see you guys in the next video.